One of Satan's greatest soldiers was
Jaydes.
That's why he can tell the story so well about the people he killed to captivate the mind. He was a powerful demon. He had many followers like Lucifer. After his death, the FBI said, hey, or whoever said, hey, we got evidence that he killed that girl. He was in a documentary laughing. You know how sick you gotta be to knowing you killed this girl, nigga? You know how sick and demonic you gotta be? So to watch
Jaydes
die before the world was an act of God.
Alright guys, so I know I said I wasn't posting any more Jaydes videos, but there's already been a new update with some more news, so I thought, alright, let's go over it. So basically the police report for Jaydes' arrest was revealed as well as Jaydes' plea, so let's get into it. Starting with the police report, someone on Twitter said Jaydes' arrest report has been released. He also has been ordered to undergo a mental screening. So as you can see, there's his charges, booking sheet, etc. You know, 510, 120, damn. Some interesting stuff given. Number one, they said the charge is murder premeditated, but the comment says attempted murder, so I don't know. There's also a Rothschild that's, okay, I'm just kidding, but another interesting thing too is his address. I think I'm gonna blur that out. It says he's only been living there for 0 months, meaning he had just moved to a new place. Yeah, there's still more. So the police officer wrote his statement. And before we get into that, they also marked whether or not he was under the influence of anything. He was not under the influence of alcohol nor any drugs, meaning it was a complete mental breakdown. He's probably withdrawing. I don't even know. Like, he was probably just going crazy for what it looks like, or he's just a crazy, like, horrible person. Anyways, let's read what he wrote. On the 10th of November, 2024, at approximately 1:35, I responded to Denny's located on 3151 Northwest 9th Avenue in reference a mentally disordered person having an episode that grabbed a knife. Upon arrival, I observed a white male, later identified as Jaydes Dumont, who was not observed with a knife in his hand. However, he was standing next to a table where there was a knife. I began to give a verbal command to the defendant. The defendant was, as continued, non-verbal and not moving. I approached the defendant, at which point I was able to detain the defendant pending my investigation without further incident. So it seems like Jaydes did not put up any fight at all, which I guess once the mugshot came, he just probably wasn't like taking it or something. The defendant provided his name and date of birth. A teletype check revealed that Jaydes Dumont had an active warrant for an attempted homicide. So this guy was probably thinking, what the f? You know, the warrant was confirmed by BSO teletype operator Tropnas. I don't know. And yeah, one attempted murder, no bond. The defendant was arrested and transported to BSO main jail without incident. All right, so yeah, that seems to have been what happened. They also showed that he will receive a mental health screen and be appropriately medicated. The other really weird thing is apparently he was employed at a middle school. It says place of employment Westglades Middle. There's no way that's right. And someone said place of employment being a middle school, I'm assuming the one he went to is throwing me off. Is it because he dropped out or something, or bro was a janitor or something in his free time? Someone said his shitty music wasn't paying the bills, and then they had this argument about him like not making as much money after he changed genres or whatever. He definitely signed a big deal, guys. He was fine. Someone said, so where's the part where he got beat down? Why they refer to him as white? Well, I think it's just like he's light skinned. They probably have like other marks. But anyways, Jaydes has pleaded not guilty. However, he did not show up to the courtroom and had his lawyer show up with a written plea. I'll read it off to you guys. The undersigned attorney hereby enters his appearance on behalf of the defendant and enters a written plea of not guilty. The defendant hereby waives his or her arraignment and formal reading of the information and or charging document. Additionally, the defendant hereby demands a trial by jury. And yeah, it seems to be it. Someone said he's still locked up. Yes, and he'll be locked up while he waits for his trial to begin and during trial since he has not been granted bond. Someone asked, did they let the charges go already and what date will he be home? They are not letting him home. And if you go to the Broward County like clerk website and you put in this case number, you can actually find it. Click on it and it tells you everything. He's like in Broward and all of that. They even give his attorney and everything. It's all there. You can even see these documents, arrest paperwork, notice of confidential info within court filing. I don't know what the that means. Mental health screening required, warrant image. It says Jaydes Dumont did unlawfully and from a premeditated design to affect the death of, I think, his ex-girlfriend or whatever. But yeah, that wasn't it. There's also the victim statement. So, and apparently this like started this whole thing where fans thought Jaydes was innocent. Like, yo, there's no way he's innocent. But no, it is innocent until proven guilty, actually. I'm tripping. Let's read it. She received a text message at approximately 3 p.m. from a friend, Jaydes Dumont. She stated Dumont invited her to hang out with him in his apartment in Tamarack. She said she agreed, and he sent an Uber to pick her up. She advised Dumont once she arrived at his apartment. She stated she was talking with Dumont on his bed in his bedroom. When Dumont made a move to kiss her, she stated that she pushed him away and told him she didn't like him like that. She stated Dumont stated, "Come on," and re-engaged in a second kiss. Yo, this is some like stun mic behavior right now. She advised she denied him again, and Dumont left the room. She stated a few minutes later, he returned with a box cutter and scissors, and he began to her. She stated Dumont her forearm and back with the scissors, and then her neck with a pink box cutter. She stated she fought him and was able to run to the bathroom where she called 911 for help. She stated once the deputies told her they were on scene, she met with them outside and stated she noticed Dumont was no longer in the apartment. Dumont hurt on the side of her neck, and the laceration could have been life-threatening. Dumont became upset because she was not taking on his sexual advances. Now this is R word, by the way, or essay. Dumont made the conscious decision to leave, grab a pair of scissors and a box cutter, and repeatedly her in the neck, forearm, and back. Dumont left the scene without providing any medical aid or calling 911 to get her medical aid. A residential search warrant was authored for Dumont's apartment and signed by the Honorable Judge Rothschild. The pink box cutter and scissors she described were collected from the scene. In addition, there was blood in the bathroom where she called 911 from. Damn, that is crazy. Okay, and the fans are really defending him here. He must have been something or on something. This isn't the Jaydes we know. I mean, okay. I thought she was his ex. Same. Story low-key not adding up. Free end. How is that not adding up? I mean, pretty out in the open. Why Jaydes? Why? Story's different. Everything I read it. What? Every time I read it, maybe. Poor girl. I agree. Oh, actually there is maybe there it seems like there is some mishaps in the story. But he had a box cutter 8 minutes before she took that second pic of him, so he had it for at least 8 minutes before stabbing her. I don't understand. This makes no sense, bro. It is also interesting, like, I don't know, like, it seems like most people wouldn't take pictures of someone before they're, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've ever been hanging out with someone, you don't just start like, I mean, I guess you could, but it's not that common. So in her original DMs, I believe she said that he was showing her the box cutter or some shit. Apparently, here she said that Dumont or Jaydes first tried to kiss her, then she said no, and then he got it. But it seems like she, you know, people are very stressed when these types of things are happening. I'm guessing that she probably just jumbled a couple of the details. But yeah, I guess that could be used in court against her. Someone said, not gonna lie, free Jaydes. I'm not even joking. All right, you better be joking, bro. Free Jaydes, not near me though. Someone said, free him. Rappers like Cardi and Ken Carson are worse humans. Brother, you aren't getting out of this one. Bro, gonna try to plead insanity. I mean, he might actually be insane. Another fan also pointed out that Jaydes will be forced to go through a mental evaluation, and one of the comments said, crazy shit. The document says he wasn't under the influence of drugs nor alcohol. He was having a real mental breakdown, but I'm so glad they're gonna bring him help. Hope he recovers from his mental issues. No Glaze, he's my favorite artist since I discovered his music. I mean, he's not making music anytime soon. Another thing as well is 10K Projects. Jaydes' label dropped him, so it does not seem like they're gonna be paying for the lawyer fees, and yeah, you don't really want an artist doing the shit. And I don't know why some Jaydes fans are still coping. If this guy gets out, are we listening to the music? Someone said yes. They all said yes, actually. Someone else said, am I crazy for thinking this? All right, if you have to ask if you're crazy for thinking this, there's a good chance you're crazy for thinking this, but I'm gonna read it anyways. When X got arrested for the domestic shit back in 2017 and his popular mugshot dropped, and when Look at Me dropped, a lot of people were praising him, while others were hating on him and despising him, just like the Jaydes situation right now. And then people literally never canceled him for it after he got released or anything. They didn't really acknowledge it. It didn't really affect his career neither. Do y'all think Jaydes could make a comeback like him? Alright, so I was there, and bro, X was the most hated rapper ever. Like, he got an insane amount of hate, and then he had that whole transformation, and then, you know, he died and he became like a god in the eyes of many. But first of all, he did not do something. He did something really bad to his ex that he actually admitted to later, and he probably would have been charged for. He also apparently like tampered evidence and contacted witnesses and stuff like that. But right, he did not try someone, you know. Actually, he did, his ex-manager. But the manager dropped the charges. You can look it up. There's like a interrogation room video on YouTube if you want to check it out. Someone said, if his lawyer can get him out within 2 years on a domestic battery charge, I think it's possible. Someone says, if Jaydes gets a sentence like this, his lawyer saved bro's life. I highly doubt that it's gonna be that. Most likely minimum of 5 years. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. He always wanted to follow X's footsteps, so who knows. Well, I mean, not just that, he was into a bunch of weird shit. I don't think he's getting a domestic charge. He's getting like a much tougher charge. These fans are like, do you see what he did? Anyways, they also need like a new printer. I mean, bro, what is that? New analog horror just dropped. He looked like an urban legend. Ah, yes, the white male they've been talking about has been revealed. But yeah, that's kind of it. Really weird. I'll play this Plaque Max clip where he wasn't really being that serious. He was trying to be funny, but you know, overall, as I've been saying before, it's just a sad situation. But you know, it is what it is. Peace.
Of all, the Jaydes, I knew he was a weirdo. I knew the nigga was a weirdo. I knew it. I'm not trying to get stabbed next, but that ass too. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. The nigga makes some goddamn good music. But I'm finding out the nigga, he's slicing his hoes like some salami, that shit's not right. We don't co-sign that over here at 5 Star. No. I don't co-sign that. I don't co-sign that at all. Dead ass. I don't. That's just weird. I don't know. That's I don't know too much of the case. We'll get into all this shit.